friends, it's Melissa from White Castle with Books, and this is yet another book haul video. I think my biggest downfall is that I go to discount bookstores and then I end up buying a bunch of books that I'm not even really sure I'm going to keep, but if it's like 50 cents for the book, I just throw it in and then I end up with a bunch of books. So that's kind of what happened with this book haul. We were just kind of moseying around town waiting for my husband to get off work, and we ended up going into a Goodwill warehouse, which I've never been in one of those before. I had no idea what was going on, but we just rummaged through stuff and ended up with a bunch of random books. So here we go. So the first book that I picked up, it just says CC on the front of it, but on the side it says The Valcourt Heiress by Catherine Coulter. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of that author. Maybe it's big, I have no idea, but it says on the inside, Medieval Novels by Catherine Coulter. So it just sounded really fun and exciting, and it was in pretty good shape. So that was the first book. The next one that I picked up is The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans, and I actually think I already have this book, but when the books are in really good shape and they're hardcover like this, a lot of the time I'll just pick it up anyway, and then I have an extra copy if I want to give it away to a friend. The next book that I grabbed was Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, and I think this is the third book, so now I have the first book and the third book, but once again it was really cheap and I figured I might as well. The next book that I picked up was Of Mice and Men, and I've never read this book. I've heard of it, but my husband said it's really, really sad, just tragic. So I don't know when I'll get to this. It's really little, but I don't know when I'll be in the mood to read something super tragic. But I was just glad that I picked it up because now we have it in case I feel like reading it. The next book that I picked up just says English poetry, and the reason I grabbed this is it says one of the poems in here. Let me see if I can find it. It says The Lady of Shalott. And because in the beginning of the book, of the old movie of Anne and Green Gables, she is reading that poem, I just thought that would be fun to find that and read it. So I'm super excited to read at least that one, and probably all of the other ones in here. The next book that I grabbed is 10 Miles Past Normal, and I know absolutely nothing about this book. I haven't read the synopsis or anything. I'm just gonna pick it up one of these days and start reading it and see what I think. It's by Frances O'Rourke Dowell, I think is how you say it. So yeah, just another quick book to see if I want to finish reading it. I don't know, I haven't started it, but we'll just see how this one goes. Next, I just have a whole bunch of children's books that I got both from Goodwill and then a couple from Barnes & Noble. So I have Little Teddy Left Behind, a great big book of bedtime stories for boys, Where the Wild Things Are, My Little Christmas Tree, which is a pop-ups book, Marvin K. Mooney, Will You Please Go Now by Dr. Seuss, Old Mother Goose Nursery Rhymes, Go Dog Go by P.D. Eastman, Elmo's Garden, and 10 Little Dinosaurs. These are the books that I got from Barnes & Noble in the children's books section. Another dinosaur book, this one's regularly $10 and it was 75% off. So it was just $2.50, so we basically couldn't resist. And another one of the ones that was 75% off, which is just Underwater Animals. I also let my daughter pick a book. My son picked the dinosaur one, and Elizabeth picked Peppa Pig's Easter Egg Hunt. And then we got another Little Blue Truck book, which is Little Blue Truck Springtime, which I haven't read this book yet, but it has the little fold-out pieces in it, if you can see. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Finally, I did get an audiobook. I got Alloy of Law, which I've already listened to once, but I listened to again because I'm going to be reading / listening to Shadows of Self when I do my first reading vlog / readathon, which is coming really soon. So I got this book in the paperback and then in the audiobook so that I can do both to try to finish the book in the allotted time. And that was it for this book haul, everybody. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in my next video.